Okay. Everything seems to be doing just fine. Hopefully, it's going to continue doing that. Welcome back for round two here. We had a little bit of stormy weather earlier. I think it sort of caused an issue with my internets. And yeah, it's now about 4 hours later, and things seem to be looking all right. And I don't have anything better to do with my time. We're gonna freaking stream some more. Because, yeah, what the heck else am I gonna do? Nothing. I literally don't do anything when I'm not on stream, so I'm gonna start streaming more. Why the heck not? So yesterday we got all done with our first little section here, our first whatever. Um, I need to heal. Gummies. That didn't really work at all. Oh, it's the middle of the thing. Ooh, this is gonna be a nightmare. Cool, 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 cool. To just fall into the middle of. Waste my gummy. I forgot that we really didn't make very much progress at all over here yesterday. So let's get ourselves some foundies, which apparently I need some logs for. Let's get this going here. We are back on the PvP server. The reason we're back on the PvP server is we got most of the second section of the world completed today. On our Manibus server. And we do have 4 days to complete phase 1. So we've still got 2 whole days left to complete 2 more regions, which isn't really that big of a deal. I did not think about this. This is a bad day right here. Okay. Why are these things in level 17? Are they the same level as me? Is that what happens here? I think it might be what happens. I think it might be what happens. Okay. Only having tier 1 gear on is making this not so easy. Likely one more enemy up there. Yep, there he is. Let's see, I think I only killed one of the range dudes. Hopefully we don't actually get the second wave. I think it's a timed thing. Kill him fast enough. Next wave doesn't come in, so hopefully All good to go there. A couple more foundation. I think that'll probably be enough for us to go ahead and put. There we go. Go ahead and put our little thingamabob here. We need our garage. Perfect. Round in our place here. That looks just fine right there. Bad boy fixed. Oh yeah. All right. Feeling good about it. We need some more ammunition. Very much. That ain't good. Ain't good at all. Oh, talking to myself again. This gracious servant. Get your head out of your butthole, dude. Get your head out of your butthole, dude. Now, how do I get rid of insanity? Get healed up. Don't have any of the foods for it or nothing. I need to go find me some cone flowers. It's just gonna be a thing that we gotta do here. Ain't gonna be no reason for it. Probably. There's some cone flowers right out up here, I bet. There's a nice... Hey, what's up, Nuclear? Yeah. Yeah, I was just kind of hoping that... Here we go. There's a nice, like, pasture up here. And I think cone flowers are kind of pasture things. Need, like, open, flat, non-foresty area. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe I'm full of shit. I like to think that most of the time I know what the heck I'm talking about, but honestly, if you really think about it, I'm just an uneducated dunce, and I don't really know much of anything. I mean, I didn't even graduate high school. Little pig, let me come in. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. Alright, but we got a couple of coneflowers, so maybe that'd be alright for now. Just need a couple. Stove here, we got a couple of things here. We need dishes too. For the cornflower tea. Have what it takes to make the stove. We do not. We need some charcoal. Charcoal. Need 30. It takes 5 apiece. I haven't gone through the effort of making myself another chainsaw or even a pickaxe. Whoops. Guess we're just gonna bash these trees with rocks. Because why the hell not? I think it takes 5 wood to make a charcoal or something like that. Charcoal's expensive. Need to get me up to an electric furnace at some point here in the next day or two. Then we'll go ahead and make this charcoal. Get ourselves a little more wood because we're going to need it to burn, right? For making our tea, since we're not using an electric stove. Give me that charcoal. All right, making a stove. I'm Dale Dibadome. Gonna need to get a little water so we can make some boiled water. Owner of the Dimsdale Dibadome. Get over towards the river here. Boop. Hey, there's somebody's vehicle. And it crashed. I wasn't paying attention to what was going on in front of my face. Boing. Oh yeah. Zip, zip, zap. Well, my motorcycle is now underwater. Okay. Thank you. There are so many turtles after me. And we have an immortal turtle. Real freaking cute game. Real freaking cute. Got us a little snapping turtle meat though. I want to eat it. Alright, let's collect some water here. While we do that, let's go on in here. I want to get... Is it basic furniture that gives me a bed? It is. Let's get over here. I can get a bed unlocked. So I can rest my weary head. That. Make some agua. Get myself a bed. Coming up a little short on the wood department. Taka, hola. How are you today? Welcome to the chat, welcome to the channel. Love to see those new faces in there. Are you enjoying the updates to Once Human? Give me a little sleep here. Heal up a little bit. Don't play anymore. You know, I took a really long break myself. I started this channel on Once Human when Once Human first dropped, and about halfway through my first Way of Winter season, I quit playing. And I didn't play again until about 3 weeks ago when I heard that they were going to start making some of these big changes. But now that we have permanent servers and cross-character progression, so you share all of your blueprints across all of your characters now, I've decided to come back, and I am just having a ball. I'm playing 2 different scenarios right now, so I'm playing Manibus, and I'm playing Prism vs. Clash. Both of my characters have all of my blueprints and stuff, so I'm just very, very excited about these changes. And I think it's going to be really great for the game, so if you were thinking about coming back to the game, I think now is actually a really good time. The game's in a really good position. Alright. Last time I played when winter map update. Yeah, that's right about when I played too. Right about when I played. We actually had a big ol' hive going on. Back then there were a lot more folks around before I bailed and started playing other games. But yeah, I mean, we've got, in April, we've got the mobile drop coming. So it's going to be, oops, sorry, smacked my microphone. So we've got the crossplay on mobile is coming, which I think is going to be great for the game and bring in a ton of players. And yeah, I mean, I think it's just all going really well. I think it's gonna be great. Let's go do some of these. This one's level 12, this one's level 14. Let's go do this one first. You can also jump on your vehicles now. They had a huge vehicle update. The vehicle update is so much fun. So, oh, you subbed to my channel like 6 months ago, no kidding. I didn't know that. I have a hard time trying to remember everybody who's been in the channel before. A whole lot of y'all. But I'm always appreciative. I really, really am grateful for everybody who's watched my stuff. New comes and hangs out. Um, yeah, but so with the new vehicle update, you have jumping now. So all of the vehicles, including the 18-wheeler and the truck. And then we also have drifting now. After I stopped playing Once Human, I never come to your live. Sorry. Hey, don't worry about it. Like I said, I quit playing Once Human for a while and started playing a bunch of other games. I was playing New World and Albion Online and Ark and Throne and Liberty and some stuff like that. There is no expectation here. I'm always happy to have everybody whenever they feel like stopping by and feel like tuning in. I'm always grateful for the viewers, but this is entertainment. So if you're not feeling particularly entertained by my content at any given point, then I certainly don't want you wasting your precious free time watching me when there's something else that maybe you would like watching more. But you're here now, and I'm super grateful for it. Really appreciate it. Boom. Just exploding some heads. Did you ever try vertical live on YouTube? No, and I probably won't. What do I do when I'm bored and want to watch you, but you're not live? Watch the old streams, I guess. Put a DoorDash cam in my house. That's a little creepy, Nuclear, but absolutely, just for you, we'll set up a live cam. Um, yeah, so I probably won't ever do the live Taka until I can start doing both live, or sorry, I probably won't do the vertical until much later in my career when I have a personal PC rig that is powerful enough to broadcast out both the vertical and the horizontal stream because I don't want to give up my horizontal stream. I very much prefer the horizontal. Personally, I can't watch vertical. And when I look in my analytics, again, that'll all be dependent on my ability to get myself a strong PC for myself and a dedicated internet line that doesn't get shared with anybody else. And so that's going to be much, much later. But yeah, I'll probably do TikTok if TikTok doesn't get banned by then. I might do Kick, but I'll definitely do Twitch and YouTube horizontal. I'll do YouTube vertical and TikTok vertical. And then I don't know about Instagram or Facebook. Maybe I'll do Instagram, probably not Facebook. Because I hate Facebook. I don't even have a face. I haven't had a Facebook in like a decade. But yeah, I think 2 horizontals and 2 verticals will probably be where I'm at. So probably TikTok and YouTube vertical, and then YouTube and Twitch horizontal. And that'll probably be enough for me. The big deal is trying to integrate all those chats because I don't want those to be separate communities. And I don't want to be having conversations with people that other people can only see one side of. So it'll be very dependent. Sorry, it'll be very dependent on whether or not I can continue to have those chats integrated like I do now with Restream. So the reason I only do the one right now is because, or the 2 right now, is because Restream.io has a free tier where you can stream to 2. So all I do is upload my stream to Restream, and then Restream splits it and uploads it to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, which causes a little bit of latency between my chats and myself, an extra couple of seconds. But other than that, it's a really useful tool for me as a new streamer to be able to get out there and build both communities simultaneously. So we'll see what the future holds. A lot of it is just dependent on available technology and available like bandwidth and resources and stuff like that. When's the Patreon's exclusive coming? That will never happen, Nuclear. I loathe paywalls. I cannot stand splitting up a community and dictating what content members of a community can and cannot have access to based on whether or not they're paying in money. I think that's garbage, and I will never do it. I don't even like the idea of having like emotes that are exclusive to subscribers instead of followers on Twitch. Like, even that gives me the ick. I will make emotes for the subscriber tier on Twitch at some point, because there's an expectation there and because it's a relatively small thing. But I will never, when I can start having memberships on YouTube, there's not going to be member exclusive videos. There's not going to be any of that. Everything will always be available to everyone, because paywalling stuff is stupid and I hate it. That's why I don't do things like my TTS. It's extremely easy to set up the text to speech like I have now to be a paid thing where you have to like donate $1 to put in a text to speech message. That's, I mean, super simple. There are all kinds of extensions and stuff on Twitch that allow you to do that really easily. The reason it took me so long to get it set up is because I set it up through my own bot on my computer so that I could avoid having to set up like a bit paywall to be able to do the text to speech, because that shit is dumb. And it means there have to be restrictions on how often people can use the text to speech so that somebody doesn't just come in here and spam crazy text to speech messages. But I would much rather have to do that than people not be able to interact with the channel unless they paid me money. Like, that's just absolute trash. I got an asterism crate from this. It's weird. I guess it's kind of a weird viewpoint to have, because like I do want this to be my job, and so I do want people to like subscribe to the channel and donate to the channel and stuff like that, because I do want to make money off of being a streamer. But at the same time, I feel like things have just gotten way too monetized and way too aggressive in this space. Oh, okay, because I already opened. No, I haven't opened. Okay, okay. That's interesting. Like, one time, how often? Like, do they have, is it like 3 months or a month and a half or once a month? Or is it one time forever? Because that seems silly. You'll always get asterism after this. Oh, okay. Crazy. I don't think I like that. Like, I kind of understand what they're going for, but I feel like they should have, because you used to be able to get those blueprint fragments every season. And like the Manibus season, for example, is a month and a half. So I think if you made it like a monthly pickup, because you want people to be able to fill out those lower tier blueprints, right? You want to be able to fill out the purples, you want to be able to fill out the blues, or make it so that if you have that particular blueprint maxed, then it starts giving you asterism or something like that. Because the asterism is not translating into more Starkrum, right? I'm not getting, now I'm basically losing XP. Yeah, I don't think I like that. There aren't very many things that I haven't liked about this particular update. But that, I think, is bad. People were abusing exit cards to get tons of frag. Yeah, so they already put it down to one exit card per account instead of per character, though. I saw that change, and I'm totally fine with that. So, I mean, you kind of already solved the problem. And now you're just making life hard. So people would just constantly, yeah, they were just hopping servers getting fragments. And I get that. And I get that you could do that an extremely large amount. And totally max out all of your blueprints. But honestly, if you're willing to do something that freaking boring, oh, it's one per week, not one per month. Okay. Yo, holy crap, I missed that DJ override. What's up, dude? Been a while. How are you doing? Yeah, they removed being able to get BP pieces from the crates, instead give you asterisms to complete the asterism wheel for the Starkroom. Yeah, I really don't like that, because I'm going to max out my asterism wheel anyway. Right, my Stellar Stairway's done for another day. So, I feel like that was a pretty big L. I feel like that was a pretty big L. Don't like that at all. But that's okay. That's one thing that I dislike about these updates, and a million things that I love about these updates, so I'll take that. I'll eat that one, that's fine. Just clicking heads. Hey, what's up, Drat? Yeah, sorry that my internet went all stupid earlier. I kept trying to log in, but I was getting like really grainy video. We had some stormy weather and stuff for the past 4 or 5 hours, so it was just causing me some problems. So I wasn't gonna get back on today and stream anymore, but then I realized I was bored out of my fucking mind. And yeah, I live in Illinois. Nuclear. I live in Illinois. I agree, it's an odd move. The extra pieces were definitely helping with boosting the tier of my gear. Now it seems you have to random roll in the wish machine for them. Yeah, so on the bright side, they did give you that item that allows you to choose like a special, basically a special banner for yourself for the wish machine. And I thought that was really cool. And, you know, I'm not like all the way opposed to that. But the problem is effectively, yeah, the wish stone. There you go. And I think the wish stone is a really cool idea, because I was never going to use the regular wish machine, because that's just not very good value as far as XP is concerned. So as long as I'm gonna get enough Starkroom that I can do all of the banners as well as do 1 or 2 of those wish stones, then I'll probably be okay. But I'm a little concerned about, I mean, because effectively that means less blueprint XP for those of us who play enough to fill out our asterism. So we're getting less blueprint XP than we would have before. And as limited as blueprint XP is overall already, I don't really like that. I don't think that the gap in blueprint level between really hardcore players and more casual players is really that huge. And it's really more about variety than it is about power, because you don't need nearly as much to get one really good build up to 6 stars as you do to get lots of builds up to 6 stars. So you're really just playing extra to have variety, not playing extra to be more powerful than those players. So I think that that was an attempt to even things out that was unnecessary and is holding back more hardcore players more than you really need to. Ended up having to take a step away from the game, only returning to see the changes. North update really left me disappointed. I was in the same boat, DJ. I was absolutely in the same boat, but we have jumping vehicles, which I'm in love with the vehicle update. This vehicle update was so good. The physics feels so good. The jumping feels so good. I love this. Even your 18-wheeler and your pickup truck can jump. It's every kind of epic. And I really like the cross-player progression. I haven't played on any of the permanent servers yet, but I'm pretty excited to do like a permanent Prism versus Clash. Um, yeah, no, the drifting is like super good. So you actually like legit have to control it. Once you hit it, it kind of keeps going, so you don't have to hold spacebar to drift. You just tap it and then get into your drift. And then you use left and right to control how steep into the drift you go. And it's pretty hard to do. I'm not very good at it yet, but all of the vehicles drift. The turning radiuses on pretty much all of the vehicles has gotten worse. So now there's actually need to learn how to drift, because if you don't drift, then your turning radius, especially on like the 18-wheeler and the pickup, is just absolute garbage. So if you're going full speed and you don't learn how to drift, then you won't make it around corners. So super cool. They've made it easier to crash into rocks and other gatherables and just break them. That happened before this most recent update. But it is something that they made simpler, so I don't get hung up like driving through the forest and stuff nearly as much anymore, because you break all of the gatherables pretty easily. But yeah, no, I mean the vehicle update is, I see zero problems with it. I think it's phenomenal. Yeah, they're the thing that I got out of these most recent updates wasn't that the game is in a perfect state, but it was that so many of the changes that they made were so positive and made me feel so good playing the game that it gives me a lot of hope for the future and continued development of the game. I don't think that everything was an absolute W, right? I think that this asterism thing is wrong, and maybe some other changes were not perfect. But the point is that they saw the pain points that players were having, and they saw what was annoying people, and they iterated, right? They made a change. Whether it's the right change or not doesn't matter. They did something. And so I think we can look forward to, in the future, having a similar response. And if maybe some of these changes aren't liked, then maybe we'll see some things get sort of reverted or something like that. So I'm all about it. I think the whole thing has just gone super well. And I think once we get a huge influx of players when the mobile drops in April, I think the game is just going to explode in player base, which is just going to be so much fun because there's going to be so many more people to play with. So yeah, no, I think this game is definitely going to make the long haul. I think they made the right changes in the first year. That we're going to be rocking and rolling real hard moving into year 2 and 3. Have you used the new electric crossbow? Yeah, I have been using it on my Manibus playthrough. Um, it's cool. I'm still big on the snipers. I just love the snipers. Which, I mean, the crossbow is kind of a sniper. It's a little bit of a longer range, or at least it can be. So I have enjoyed it on that other character, but I just almost never use my secondary weapon. I almost always have a primary sniper weapon. That's just what I like. So there's an auto pickup function now, which apparently is killing people's frame rates. So just as an FYI, having frame rate issues and you have the auto pickup function on, you might turn it off. Where'd that dude go? And that might help you. I did, I killed the Skoski impersonator. That's always going to actually be Sleepy Party Wizard to me, Drat. I know the Skoski's dressed that way now, but Party Wizard was dressed that way back when we were playing the Prism vs. Clash, I think. Maybe it was the Way of Winter. I don't know, but he was always dressed like that when I was watching his streams and stuff. I hope that Party Wizard gets things figured out with his ability to play the game. And maybe he starts streaming this game again. Oh no. He got a little too deep in there. Didn't kill enough of the enemies. Ran in there like an idiot. Not go well. That's okay. Now we can get our tier 2 weapon. And, oh, do we not have what we need? Oh, okay, it's just this stuff. We do have the beryllium crystals. Okay, need some bronze. I mean, it's mostly just that basic. I haven't made armor, right? I've got mostly the green pieces. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, he is a teleporter. Yeah, I knew he was still alive. I thought maybe I was going to avoid him, though, by going somewhere else. And I was wrong. Oh, first 10. Get my Digby boy. Need to just go ahead and put my Digby boy in. Let him do some metal farming for me. Gotta love me a Digby boy. More tin. I can't wait to clear out these first regions and start just rocking some people with my sniper. I'm definitely going to swap over to the Gulp floor. It just has less time. It takes less time to do higher damage. And I'm bad, so if I have to sit there for too long, then I might get caught and I might not kill anybody. That was another annoying issue the past few seasons. I've noticed when transferring to a new server, all the deviants that were out didn't come across. First few, I just thought it was going mad. Then I realized I have no tier 5s at all left. Oh, no. Was your inventory in your Eternal Land full, or was it just a glitch that was happening? Because that sucks. Yeah, it's really not one of those things that you can just overlook. That's one of the biggest time sucks out of this whole process. Trying to get good creatures. That's no bueno. No bueno. Honestly, though, I'm just so happy to be back in this game. I can't. When I compare the problems that I have, no, I had about a half a box of deviants, all level 3 or less. I got from the last season, so I've gone through 3 servers depleting my good stock. That sucks. Important safety tip, though. I'll make sure and take all of my deviations out of there. I assume it was the ones that were in the securement unit. So I assume if I take them out of the securement units, I'll probably be okay. Yeah, okay, perfect. Good safety tip. I'll definitely do that. I say I'll definitely do that. I'll like 50-50 maybe remember to do that. Let's let's remember who I am. I'm a dum-dum. We all know it. And to do that when I jump to a new server, forget to build an advanced jackhammer or chainsaw. So you don't have to remember to do that anymore. Because of the permanent servers and because of the cross character progression, they've made a new thing. We're going to go to Eternal Land real quick and I'm going to show you. Go into your Eternal Land now, and you have your account depot. And you can access your account depot from any chest, right? So you just put any chest in your Eternal Land, and you press G, and you go to your account depot. And your account depot is shared across all of your characters, right? It's different than your space-time backpack. but you can put items from your regular scenario backpack into the depot that says, so after depositing this item into the account depot, you must spend resource points to withdraw it to your scenario backpack. Confirm. So now this is a space-time item, but it can be removed into the space-time backpack of any of my other characters. And then I can take it from the space-time backpack into my scenario backpack using my transfer resource, my resource points. So it's a little bit clunky, but you can now make stuff on other characters and then transfer them into the Eternaland backpack and then take them out on other characters. So as long as you keep a character in a permanent server and do all of your stuff over there, right? You can farm mods and stuff over there because your mods are shared now, and all that stuff. So keep at least one character in a permanent, like, Manibus server, and then if you ever forget or do something like that and you need your chainsaw or whatever, you'll have all those resources on that permanent server. Just make a new one real quick, dump it into the space-time backpack, and use your resource points just like you normally would. Such a good change. So happy about it. Yeah, they are. They are. They've been out since about the 15th. So the way it works is you don't join a permanent server. All servers eventually merge into permanent servers. And it's based on, so what happens is there's a permanent server for every scenario. So there's a permanent Way of Winter server, there's a permanent Manibus server, both Lunar Oracle and non-Lunar Oracle versions. And what happens is you can't join the permanent servers. So you join a scenario, and then you play through your scenario, and then instead of going into your settlement phase, or instead of having a really long settlement phase, I guess you still go into settlement, but instead of having a really long settlement phase, instead the server is inaccessible for like a day. And then the server gets merged into the permanent server as its own world. And then the permanent server just has worlds that are all of the different servers that have merged into it. And eventually, if the individual worlds get too sparsely populated, then it will merge the individual worlds inside of the permanent server. But at first, when your whole server joins the permanent server, it gets condensed down to a single world and then just added to the world list of that permanent server. So there's going to be like this constant influx of new people. So it won't just like die out completely, because every time somebody leaves a scenario, they go to the permanent server. Which I think is cool. I think it's a good little system. Yeah, absolutely. But it also becomes a place where you can play, right? Like, so there's going to be a Prism versus Clash permanent server where you'll still be able to just go play with all of your top tier gear and just go have PvP fights. You'll still have, you'll have your max level character on the permanent server for Manibus and go do the Nightmare Silos to farm mods and stuff, because your mods are all shared. Then you pass those down to your other characters that are doing new scenarios or whatever, and use those mods in those situations. So it kind of encourages you to make a new character with each new scenario. The other cool thing about it is that all of this sharing that's going on is also happening across region. So if you normally play on NA, but you want to go play with somebody on an EU server, you still get all your blueprints, you still get all your shared mods, you get all of your cosmetics that are shared. All that stuff is now cross region as well, not just cross server. Which is so freaking good. Yes, let's make this. And let's go into accessories. I didn't do the accessories on this yet. Range accuracy stability, range stability. Uh, 8x scope. Perfect. Oh, and gotta get a mod for it. Yeah, that's all you have to do is just log in with each. And then log out. You're good to go. That is correct. But I can't speak highly enough of the new changes. I mean, like I said, not everybody thinks that every change is perfect, but in the aggregate, I think most people agree that the changes have been extremely positive. Most of my alt servers are closed, so I guess if I want to move one to a permanent server, I'm gonna have to run a season. Yeah, you are gonna have to run a season, and you can only join a season that's 14 days in, so they're gonna have to sit in the season for a while before they get to the permanent servers. So it's not going to be a fast process, but it could be a fun process. They also just changed Manibus, so now the first two phases of Manibus are only 4 days long. So you get to the end game of Manibus where you're doing Pro and Nightmare silos within 8 days. So if we look on here, oh, I'm in P Clash right now, but yeah, phase 1 and phase 2 are only 4 days long on Manibus now, which is super dope. And you have the new difficulty of silos. So you get nightmare mode silos in phase 3 now. And they give guaranteed level 10 mods. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's guaranteed purple and blue, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that's like a guaranteed purple and a guaranteed blue. Oh shoot. I didn't realize what time it was. Give me my tea. Yeah. I mean, it's been going crazy over the last month. They have been just dropping updates. I don't know if you've played any of this Lunar Oracle either, but the enemies in the Lunar Oracle um, aggro way faster from way farther away. They move faster, they hit harder. It's basically hard mode. It's kind of like their new version of hard mode. It is not easy. Tons of elite mobs and all kinds of stuff. Played when it first started, ended up staying in my base at night. Yeah. I mean, that's great though. It gives you an option to do that. If you want to be a big old wimp. Yes. It definitely makes playing as a sniper a lot more fun. Because everybody aggroes you from so far away that you can't get away with just sniping everybody before they even know you're there. Oh, oh, it's that dude. Bad day. Bad day. I think I need to go to my cradle overrides and see. I don't have any cradle. Oh, here we go. Anti-phase. I need anti-void. Oh, you. Really? I got murked by a pig. I hate this game. I'm getting my butt kicked so hard. Don't like it. Is it because I don't have any body armor? Yes, it is. Is that something that I can totally resolve? Yes, it is. Am I going to? Probably not. Oh shit. Let's go ahead and... No, my T is still active, that's right. Your buffs don't die when you do. Which is the dopest. The absolute dopest. Boing. Boing. Let's come at this from a different direction. See if maybe I can get the last little bit of stuff that I need here without getting murked. Mushrooms. For a second, I thought that was somebody's motorcycle laying down flat. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, man. You didn't ask if you could touch me. Not nice to touch people without their permission. It was a good thing that I logged in. Seems they have perhaps fixed the Deviant issues. I now have some level 5s. Hey, nice. Good deal. I'm glad that they didn't just fix it, but that they also seem to have gotten you some of your stuff back. That's a good deal. It will bend like a reed in the wind. Yeah, they did say they was looking into the issue and would work to return lost deviants. Glad they didn't let me down there. I really, really like this dev team. I don't necessarily agree with everything that they do, or even the entirety of their monetization strategy. But regardless, they are very actively customer focused. You know, for a gacha game to not be super pay to win garbage is insane. But the effort and time they take to try and resolve issues and all kinds of stuff. I mean, do they make mistakes? Sure. Do things absolutely suck sometimes? Sure. Was the Way of Winter scenario a total fucking flop? Absolutely. But you can't say that those things were because the dev team wasn't trying or the dev team doesn't care. Because everything else about what they do shows that they at least care about doing a good job. And honestly, I would prefer that over a dev team that doesn't really give a crap, but does really well all the time. Quite surprised as I have purchased some of the loot boxes in my time. Recently, they gave me 10 free goes based off a change in the way the loot boxes work. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, that's just really, really customer focused. Like, hey, we changed drop rates, and it turns out that you would have had more chances if, or you would have had more stuff if the drop rates were the same when you bought your boxes. Here's some free boxes. That's outrageous. So good. Seriously, I can't stop fanboying. Hey, yeah, what's up, Ski? I actually moved over to my P-Clash character to do some work over there. But yeah, my internet's finally not being a psycho. I don't know what happened earlier. Wasn't working. So we're back at it. Got a lovely hack for me. Yeah. Yeah, you don't mean hack like hack the mainframe, you mean hack like life hack. I get it. Life pro tip. Oh, oh, there's so many. Oops. Okay. Give me 1 second to revive. I am getting the crap kicked out of me. I mean, it's because I don't have any armor on, but still. So this was already, this is something somebody told me about earlier, but I just read today on Reddit um, that having that turned on was really killing some people's frame rates. It wasn't always there, Ski. It's a new feature. It's not. It's not something that's been there since the beginning. At least I don't think it was. What am I still missing over here? Weapon and armor crates. Okay. I should have repaired my motorcycle. Let's see how my system handles it. I'm on phase 5 on my main. Nice. Yeah, somebody was saying that they were getting an average of 40 frames before, and now they're only getting an average of 18 to 12 when they have that on. Which sounds to me like they have kind of a weaker system as is. So they were naturally going to probably be having a little more trouble. But seriously, how do I get up here? Vehicle repair electric drill apparently is a buildable item for vehicle repair on the go. Yeah. Yeah, I really should make one of those. Ever. the arrow retrieval wasn't working correctly. That's good to know. I like that you can still press F even if you have auto loot on. So I like to, I'm just leaving it on. And then I run around pressing F all the time anyway, because I'm just so used to it that I'm never going to be able to stop myself from doing that. But it helps, you know, if I ever forget or anything like that, I still at least get some of the resources and stuff. Hey, stop shooting me in my face. What a dick. Boom. Your face exploded. Alright, cleared this zone. Holy crap. Oh, so it still doesn't work on arrows? See, that's another important thing to know. So if you like using that crossbow, auto take is probably not a great idea. Important safety tip. I'll be back in about 30 seconds here, y'all. I gotta take a leak. Holy cow.
Drat underscore says hope your aim is better than with the sniper. Kidding.
You know, I don't know about y'all, but I very much enjoy Drat's bathroom break text to speech messages. It's funny because, you know, I'm so out of my head when I'm streaming because I'm always trying to talk to you all and it takes me out of my thoughts a little bit. And so when I take those little breaks to go use the restroom, stuff like that, I get really in my head and I kind of forget that I'm in the middle of streaming. And it's really weird to suddenly have this text to speech message pop into my headset and sort of drag me back like, hey, there's people watching you play a video game right now. It's interesting. Let's go get some hide. It's time to make some tier 2 armor and stop dying like a freaking noob. Did I get tier 2 armor? Actually, I'm almost to tier 3. Yeah, never mind. We're not going to get tier 2. We're going to get enough hide so that when we level to 20, we can just move right into tier 3 gear. Yeah, I was in the Navy for 6 years, DJ. That's just not a thing for me. I have no problems with having no privacy. And I've been an actor my whole life. So, you know, when you're acting, you can end up with parts that require robe changes and stuff. And you just end up changing right there in front of everybody. The last play I was in my underwear on the stage. I mean, I haven't been in a play in quite a while, but since I was 10 years old, I've been acting. And then I was in the Navy for 6 years, so I'm just totally good with no privacy. I would get a face cam and have a recording of me, but I don't really think that that would add anything to the stream because I am about an ugly motherfucker. I haven't trimmed my beard or cut my hair in about a year and a half now. I don't plan on changing that. And I don't have a very good camera. Maybe if I had a really good camera, I might do it, but not really that important to me. That you would still get more views with a cam, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Pretty fugly. That's the gamer's life. My hair is getting long, but I still get the baby curls, so I end up with an afro. Nice. Get the beard trim, but that's about it. Yeah, I don't. I have. So I don't date. So I don't really have any reason to work on my appearance. I have no interest in dating. It doesn't entertain me. So I look like I just crawled out of a mountain cave. Everything's all unruly. So I used to have kind of curly hair when I was a kid, until I was about, well, until I joined the Navy actually. Um, and when they shaved my head in basic, when it grew back straight. And I've just had mostly straight hair ever since then. It gets a little curly when it gets really long, like it's down to my shoulders right now. So there's a little curl to it. But for the most part, my hair is pretty straight. I used to get like a really, really loose afro. I don't get that anymore. Repair your motorcycle, hermit. Come on now. I honestly, if you wanted to know what I look like at all, I kind of look like Narc, the guy who does all of the Ashes of Creation content. Like, I kind of got a long pointy nose, and I got a chubby face, and I have a ridiculously unkept beard and mustache, and I'm balding like a motherfucker. So add about 4 or 5 years to Narc. That's about where I'm at. My hair's not as red. His beard is red, right? Been a while since I've watched any of his videos. I kind of fell out of love with Ashes of Creation. I have a sinking suspicion it's going to be another failed PvP MMO. Which makes me sad. I really like the node system, but I don't think that system is going to carry them as far as they think it will. Repo, that's interesting. I have seen some stuff about it. I think it might have been Z1 that I saw playing it the other day. I don't really like the Minecraft blocky style characters. That aesthetic just kind of puts me off. But I don't really know much about the gameplay. Have you been enjoying it so far? I need... There we go. I was like, why am I so slow? What's going on? I installed mods to give it a more HD look to it called Repo HD. It's fun, very much Valheim graphics. Okay. Graphics might be a little bit better than I had previously thought then. But it was going to be kind of a pixely kind of game. I don't know. I still probably think it's probably not quite for me, but $10 is a good deal. $10 is a good deal. Heal myself before I get killed again. Probably not my sort of game, but my friends play it, which makes it really fun. I mean, that's the ticket right there. I can play a lot of games that aren't necessarily up my alley to be able to play with my buddies. Like, I have played a lot of games that I like, straight up didn't even like in order to play with my friends. It's so dark. I think there must be some other player in here. Oh, that's right. I'm out in the PvP zone now. I gotta be careful. Gotta remember that. Started to play in Zoe, but it's more my girlfriend's kind of game rather than something I could enjoy. Yeah, it's got like a Sims vibe, yeah? Never really been a big Sims fan. But it's been getting pretty rave reviews. Honestly, I'm a little shocked. It seems to be pretty incredibly popular. Yeah, it Sims under Unreal Engine 5, a lot more to this game. Even has AI, which you can turn on, and the Zoes will automatically do things. That is actually a really good genre for some implementations of some of the current generative AIs. Um, I actually think that's really cool. It's definitely a game genre that will benefit pretty significantly from where AI is currently. Allow the player to give the characters a little bit of personality and then let the characters take over doing whatever. I could have sworn that the crate was up here. Guess not. Here it is. Alright, all I gotta do is defeat 7 more enemies. Let's see if I can find 7 more enemies. Then we should be level 20 for sure. And we probably have some crystals. Maybe we don't have any of the tier of crystals we need. Oh, here we go. Vanadium crystals. Yep. Probably need a little bit more, but at the very least we'll be able to make a couple of pieces. Yeah, I really don't know. They might have it set up the way I thought it was set up, and maybe I'm getting fragments for the ones that I haven't completed. Like, I don't have the stun baton all the way maxed out. So it's possible that I got the stun baton fragments because I haven't maxed it, and then I'll get the other ones, which is what I thought would be a good idea, because you want people to be able to max out those purples and stuff that you get, because it gives them some options and gives them some stronger stuff to use. So hopefully that's what's going on, and just once you max it out, you stop getting fragments and start getting asterism, which is still a bit of a problem because it still counts as XP that you can use on the legendaries, even if you're just getting purple frags. But it's at least better than stopping casual players or new players from being able to max out some of their lower tier gear. You definitely want the casuals to feel like they're making progress all the time, no matter what they're doing. The hardcore players can stand to maybe have something not quite matter as much, but it just creates that much more of a gap with the casual players. Okay, stop dodging my bullets. Alright, cleared that zone. Did I hit the level? Hit the level. Perfect. Need to harvest up some iron so I can make some steel. Guess it's just in case, just move the fully upgraded tier items to something you don't get. That's true. That's true, you could definitely do that. Which kind of makes it silly to make it so that you don't get the fragments if you don't have it completed, or if you do have it completed. Because then, like you said, you can just do that. So, like, what's the point? No? But whatever. Doesn't have a terribly large effect on gameplay. I think I can deal with it. Alright, moving into tier 3. So tier 3 is technically as high as we can get right now. That's not to say that there aren't people who are going to migrate in sources and stuff to get to tier 4 or even tier 5. But because it's as high as we can get right now, that means that I will be able to maybe start PvPing some folks. Can I make... Let's go in here, let's get ourselves a little power. And Solar power. I think I have electric furnace already. Build some stuff. Steel for the electric furnace. There's also a new water and power update. When you drop multiple power generators, you no longer have to connect those generators together. They're automatically all networked. So you just have like a base amount of power that your base has access to, and then you can connect wires to any of your generators, and it'll draw from that entire pool of power. Which I think is pretty cool. Maybe I should just go ahead and make one of these. I even have the stuff to make any of them? I don't. Just takes one more log. Alright. Let's get us a pickaxe. Stop whacking stuff with trees like an idiot. Or rocks like an idiot. I think the same thing works with water too. And I don't know if they already have, but I think they're updating water systems to allow you to pipe like acid and stuff like that as well. I don't know if that's a thing that's already been done or if it's something that's coming. Because I haven't made an acid farm in a while. They're gonna start allowing you to pipe that stuff. Just tons of W's. Had to max out that gold lore. Can't be running around with a non-maxed weapon in a PvP environment. Some noob shit right there. Let's see, what kind of specialization do I got? Alright, so we're gonna get to do some different stuff. I've got the territory drone. So let's read what all these do with the territory drone. The player is in their own territory, recovers 5% HP per second. If HT drops below 50%, enters invisible state, 30-second cooldown. That's really good. When the player's in someone else's territory, stamina consumption decreases, roll speed increases, tactical item damage increases. And in territory, the drone automatically generates a spherical shield every 30 seconds. capable of absorbing damage equal to 5,000% of the drone's attack. After 10 cumulative hits, it provides a 5% boost to weapon damage and status damage for all allies within a 15-meter radius. 10 seconds stacking up to 3 times. I want the damage. Let's get the damage. Sure. I'm crazy like that. The thing I was really hoping for was storage. That's okay. We'll go get basic storage here. We'll just put down 32 slot storages in my base. Hold up. I wonder if story progression is also shared across alts. No. Simplified relies on specifically what your alt has done. That I can speak to. I have already done that. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Maybe if we make enough posts about it, they'll change it. Go blow up the Discord or something. I mean, they've been so responsive to what people have to say that it's honestly probably a pretty good chance that if you went and talked about it in the Discord and enough people were like, yeah, no, that's totally right, then they'd probably change it. Gotta wait on some copper ingots here. Didn't make this though. Let's just. And gonna need some copper ingots for that too. I think I have enough of the steel. Let's go ahead and stop those for now. Stop that for now. Make some copper. Once we get enough to make this. Well, I need 35 steel ingots. But only 15 copper, so get to 15 copper, and we'll make the remainder steel. Might be worth it, although I guess it could benefit the people that use loads of alts on a single server. Could be an issue. That's fair. But I think the question there is it something that's abusable enough that it's worth making casual players go through the hassle? Because if I only play, say, 5 hours a week or 8 hours a week, and every time I make a new alt, I have to go through the storyline again, then that means that I'm using up a pretty massive percentage of my time redoing content, which is going to become frustrating, and I'm going to stop playing eventually. So probably it's worth it to allow players to abuse that for the sake of those more casual players not having to waste even more of their time. Because I don't think you get a ton of benefit out of it by having multiple characters on the same server. I don't really see a huge exploit there. other than just not having to run all of your characters through the storyline. So I think you're probably okay. And it might just be an oversight, or it might be a technical issue. Maybe that's data in the game that is difficult to aggregate because of the way it's stored. And so they're just not going to aggregate it. Or because of how it's attached to the character or something. But I do think that it is absolutely worth it to mention that in their Discord. The worst thing that could happen is they just don't respond. And the best thing that could happen is you could get something changed for the positive. For all of us. Perfect. Okay. Gonna need some more steel to make the next tier of weapon. Need to unlock the next tier of bench in order to do that. Wrong. Go. Go. And I put down... Need more steel ingots. Oh, and it takes vanadium crystals. Is it using up my crystals? Hate it. So I was looking at some of my analytics since I've come back to playing Once Human, and I gotta tell y'all, the subscriber turnout has been ridiculous. Like 98% of my view time is people who are subscribed to the channel. Over on YouTube. I don't know about the Twitch. I assume that's a pretty huge proportion of it as well. But that's freaking awesome. It is probably going to mean slightly slower growth, but yeah, it is. It is a well-watched game, and it's going to grow. Mid-February, we get the mobile launch, and when the mobile launch happens, actually probably leading up to the mobile launch even a little, there's going to be so much viewership. So I'm very excited. I think this game's going to be great for the channel. And the changes that they've made are great for the game. So I think it's also going to be great for my enjoyment to play this game. Which I'm very happy that those two things aren't going to be at odds. I would hate to be playing a game that I wasn't enjoying for the sake of growing the channel. That would be terrible. But Only response I got so far on their Discord was, why do alts need to do this storyline? I mean, that's kind of the point you're making though, right? Like the alts don't need to do the storyline, so can we get rid of it? Somebody agrees with you. They just don't realize it yet. Oh yeah. Year 3 gulped lore, baby. Year 3 gulped. Drop this down here. I think it's useful having the streamlined version for alts if you want to do the streamlined version to level up, or have an option to just freestyle it. Absolutely. Well, and so it's already an option, right? Because you can choose either to do one or the other. So I'm totally down, right? Somebody wants to do the actual storyline on every one of their playthroughs. Fuck yeah, do that. We already have the option to be able to do that. So, um, giving a little more options for some other stuff seems great too. Go in here, let's get some more types of bullets. I'm gonna be able to make me some steel bullets. Don't think I need any more of the steel or my armors. I may be wrong, but yeah, I want to do shelterer for the gold floor. So one. Oh, I'm all out of crystals. Okay. Well, guess we got to get some more crystals. So I don't feel like that's true. I think they just moved a bunch of it around and spread it out a little more. I think people have been going to the places where, like, quote unquote, all of the gold and silver spawn and finding less of it. But I feel like I find more of it just out and about than I ever did before. So I think they're trying to kind of promote traveling around and not getting bogged down. Just staying in one spot. So let's see. That's the one I want. Um, the one I want. That's the one I want. The other one that I want. Want. No, Blighted, I'm not doing a morning stream. It's still nighttime for me. It's 9 o'clock at night for me. Just my internet went down earlier, so I decided I wanted to get back on and stream some more. Three a.m. Override. What the hell are you doing awake right now? Go to bed, fucker. That's a lie. Don't go to bed. Keep watching me. Yeah, I mean, I feel that. I try to go to bed early. I've been trying to stream at like 11 o'clock in the morning, and it never lasts because I keep going to sleep at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And so I get up, at about 10, and then I don't have enough time to get ready by 11 because I need like a couple hours to get going. And so inevitably, I end up like pushing my time back, pushing my time back, pushing my time back. It's silly. Okay, so we need some more vanadium crystals. Need to go up here to do. Let's cruise. Yeah, so they changed the entire start. You don't have to go out and like gather resources anymore. You don't have to drop the tent anymore because that's a part of the main story quest. So they took it out of oops. They took it out of the intro and just let it be part of the main story quest line. Well, yeah, of course, because it's like a regular time of day for us right now, Blighted. It's between like 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. in the US. So this is like prime time. Playing yeah. Whoops. Need to drink me a tea. Drink my tea, and I was gonna grab something. Where's my gas? Do I not have any gas? There's no way I have no gas. No shot. Don't believe you. Somebody tell me it's a lie. Oh yeah, they absolutely wait. So I was playing quite a bit of Ark Override for the last couple of months and ended up eventually getting back off of Ark again because that game is a cesspool. But getting meshed, getting offline, just constantly people finding any little thing that they can to get you without actually having to fight you. Such garbage. I gotta go find me some gasoline. Oh yeah. 1700 damage. Right in the face. Casual server that has active admins and a rule of no raiding between 12 a.m. 10 a.m. Nice. Very good community server for the casual 9 to 5. So, you're probably looking forward to Dune then, since there's no raiding the primary bases in the PvE areas. And the only bases you're going to be able to get raided are going to be your temporary bases that are out in the deep desert. I think Dune has I've been playing it. I didn't realize it was already in an early access. Interesting. I didn't realize they were giving out keys for the beta already. I will be waiting to see whether or not the game comes to GeForce Now. I just straight up won't play it if it doesn't. I don't really know if I'm gonna want to play that game. I think it's gonna be a little too hardcore PvP for me. And something that I really don't like is PvP where in order to get certain resources, you have to PvP. Give you the link and key, but I'm guessing your PC couldn't manage the stream and game at the same. No, I definitely couldn't. Sure, for sure. I probably couldn't even play the game on my PC because I have a 1060. So if it requires anything better than a 1060, pretty much a no-go. But most games, especially for some reason the survival genre, a lot of survival games come out on NVIDIA GeForce Now. So I imagine if I do want to play it, it will be available. And if not, then I'll just play Bitcraft. But I don't like the idea of having special resources locked behind PvP. And so it seems like, things like spice and stuff like that that are really important to the end game of Dune are going to be a PvP only resource. And so I imagine that game is going to have a similarly toxic environment to Ark and Rust and other similar games, Albion Online, stuff like that. So it may end up not being something that I play just because I don't want to deal with that anymore. I've had my fun playing the Ark, played New World, played a lot of Albion. I've done a lot of that stuff already. And it's just not really something I'm interested in revisiting. So we'll see. See what the game looks like and if it comes out on GeForce Now and make a decision at that point. I imagine I'm probably not going to play it. Jump. 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 So much fun. I love the cars in this game. Never got a chance to get to mid-game, played early up to just before I could build an Orny. But it is one of those things if there's just not enough to keep interest currently. Yeah. That was the other concern I have, is a lot of people have been saying that a lot of the dungeoning and stuff is a little repetitive. And so I'm a little concerned about that. Hopefully that was just a beta thing, and that it's not really that big of a problem. A lot of the big art creators, um, got to fly out to Norway or whatever and play some of the game. And a lot of them had really good things to say about it. That the gunplay was good, that the building and stuff was good, that the vehicles were fun. But I don't know how much of that was um, sort of underhandedly paid for. Like, hey, we're going to fly you out to Norway and let you play the game and all this other stuff. And, was that really their true opinion, or did the free vacation color that a little bit? Who knows? Or maybe their trip expenses were not paid for. I don't know. Don't know. I will imagine that there will be an abundance of content made about that game when it first comes out. They were actively working on it, so I can imagine it will be a lot more different when it finally goes live. Gunplay is good, very simple. Building is nowhere near as free as OH. There's not a massive amount of customization right now. Well, that's too bad. Is it like pre-made buildings, or what's the deal? Goodness gracious. It's all parts similar to one's human in that sense, but the choice of design is limited. Pretty much all bases are square and gray. Hmm. I mean, that sort of fits with the lore of Dune, though. I mean, Arrakis isn't exactly the place that you would think you're gonna get. Okay, I'm having a really hard time hitting that dude. Goodness. Can I please shoot some faces off? I'm actually pretty surprised that my tier 3 gun isn't taking these guys out. Do I have my tier 3 gun on? Yeah, we do. Actually go to the accessories. I think the accessories got taken. That explains why I wasn't able to scope in as much as I'd like. Thing that annoys me currently is the only real places you can build are on rocky areas, which most people have already built on in the starter areas. So if you want an area to build, you have to run across dunes risking being eaten by sandworms. Okay. Well, that's kind of something that needs to get worked on. Especially, those structures are going to be there pretty permanently. because, you know, your regular bases can't get raided at all. So a lot of the real estate will be taken up pretty much permanently on those servers. So that's not good. And everybody needs to have a base in the PvE area, because the PvP area changes every week. Oh my goodness. You have a meter that shows how noisy you are, and you just hear that rumble and know it's either time to turn back and run or keep moving forward, hoping they won't chase you. Can you, like, rub the aggro off on somebody else? Like, walk up next to somebody and then start being really quiet? Sandworm to chase them? Really, I can't even kill that flying thing in one hit? Goodness. So freaking weak, dude. Nearest thing you can do is place a thumper down near someone. Oh, there you go. There you go. Hit him with the thumper. I like that, though. I think that's a really cool sort of PvP system, is to be able to use PvE as a form of PvP. Is great. It sort of creates this, like, maybe beneficial, maybe detrimental summoning system. Because, like, if you summon a sandworm with a thumper, like, maybe in the middle of your fight, it kills your enemy. But also, maybe it just eats you instead. That seems really cool. Hey, level up. I was about to say, I thought there was another one in here. Okay. I kept trying to reload after killing him, and I need to stop doing that until I really know if they're dead. Because it's something I've been doing a lot, is hitting the reload button after only firing 1 or 2 shots, and then enemies still being alive. I'm just standing there in my reload animation. Friggin' dumbass. When they come up from the sand, they are massive, so creeping away from someone would do little to stop you from getting taken out. Would be a place to run and hope the thumper does its job. That's super cool. That is super cool, because it gives a little potential negativity to using something so powerful, you know? But yeah, I'm gonna summon a sandworm to eat you. It is also gonna eat me. The hell? I really need to get enough beryllium crystals so that I can make some tier 3 armor. So that I'm not basically running around naked. What am I doing on the old beryllium crystals here? Have I not gotten any more beryllium crystals? Seriously? Oh my goodness. I wish they'd do another of the classic CNC style Dune games. Of those games back in the day. You know, I've never played a Dune video game. Never once in my entire life. I didn't even know there were Dune games. Didn't even know. Daddy doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday. The original Doom game is DOS based, so you'd have to use DOSBox to load it. They have Doom 2000, which is a strategy game. Ooh. My explosion seriously only doing 300 damage right now? That is unacceptable. Need more explosion. We got a butterfly over here. Wonder whether to build the jaws on my old or try the new hazardous object gun. Ooh, got the butterfly. Even though it was only like a 3% chance. I'm king of the world, baby. New unstable bomber handgun. There's a new unstable bomber handgun? Oh, yeah, the one you throw. Right. Yeah, people have been saying it's pretty cool. It's very Borderlands. Every time you reload it, you know the guns in Borderlands, where every time you reload them, you throw them out as a grenade instead. It's the same thing with that gun. Whenever you reload it, you chuck it like a grenade. And so, based on how many shots you fired, so the more shots you fire, the more damage it does. So the strat is like the pink, 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 bloom. Ooh, I got a control unit. I got 3 control units. Alright, how are we doing now? Why am I getting beryllium crystals in this really high level zone? The zone is over level 20, so I should be getting vanadium crystals. I guess before I jump all the way down there, I should see where my other rift anchor is. Why isn't it showing me the other rift anchor? Garrett, the guns no longer are how to do weakness damage against the DV. Yeah, that's true. So now you have bullets that are made with these control units or with Stardust ore. Or not Stardust ore, Stardust ingots. They've got a new recipe to make Stardust ingots. And so you have to make the Stardust ingots or get these control units. And the AP ammo, the tungsten AP ammo that you make with the control units works against humanoid enemies. And then the damage you make with the Stardust ingots works against the deviations. Which is great, because it now means that every gun can be used in every situation, as long as you have the ammo right. Which I think is important. It sucks to feel like you're getting pigeonholed into a specific build. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. You just don't get the bonus damage if you don't. Also, you can change ammos really easy if you hold R. You can just scroll, look in the bottom right of my screen here. Scroll through all the ammos you have available. So, not terribly difficult to swap ammos if you need. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I accidentally realized it because you've got, on the left-hand side over there, I've got the thing that shows, the overlay that shows what buttons to press to do things. I was just randomly looking over there and saw which ammo, and it said R, and I was like, no, R's how you reload. What are you talking about? So I tried holding it. Sure enough, it worked. Very, very happy. Dropped a grenade on me. I'm having a little trouble shooting with any accuracy right now. This is not going great. Also, fuck you. Oops. Did not see those three. I'm in a bad spot. Okay, we good. We're doing it. We're making it. Ooh, good work. I really need my unstable bomber explosions to start doing more damage. In my previous experience, I feel like the unstable bomber did more damage than the headshot. But that doesn't really seem to be the case right now. And I don't know what's going on. Did not see that person right in front of my face until I was just standing there, reloading right next to them while they shot me. It was unfortunate. Okay. Ooh. Oh. That is a phase enemy. Um. Run away! Okay, there should just be one more weapon or armor crate over on this side over here. I think if I drop down right inside of here. Well, Dookie. Well, I'm not terribly worried about this zone anyway, because it wasn't giving me the crystals that I wanted. Wanted vanadium crystals, and I was getting those from a much lower tier zone, I think. Not getting them from this zone, which is really upsetting. I want to make some body armor, dude. Hmm. So I think the place I was at was Holt Town. Is where I was actually able to get the vanadium crystals. We might just go ahead and go back there. See if maybe I can find some chests I didn't pick up, because we actually cruised through there pretty quick. Maybe let's go ahead and also exit, log in, and we'll see if maybe we hit the sweet spot on the timer because of the 4-hour reset or whatever on chests. So hopefully we'll get our little reset and maybe that'll mean some more vanadium crystals. We can finish up this tier 3 set. We have our tier 3 weapons, so if we see anybody from the Mayfly side, got auto placed into Rosetta. I don't actually want to be in Rosetta. I prefer to be a Mayfly because, you know, I'm not an evil psychopath. But what are you gonna do, right? Not sure if it's the same time for you, but in the US and the UK, reset times are 5 a.m., 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m., 9 p.m., 1 a.m. So I think it's Pacific time is when we do ours. So every 4 hours Pacific time at noon 4/8, midnight 4/8, which is 2 hours from me. So 8 o'clock will be in 30 minutes. So if it hasn't happened just now, I'm pretty sure it happens in 25 minutes. But I don't actually remember, it's been so long. And I never really worried about like farming on the resets and stuff like that. I always just kind of farmed whenever I felt like it, once or twice a day. Because, you know, optimizing in this game just isn't really that big of a deal. So I've never really worried about optimizing my time. But there's a chest in here. So there's a chest that I picked up in here. Yeah. It's still picked up. So we're not quite there. So we need to go to... Oh, nice. Discord timer. That's not a bad idea. We need to go to some buildings that I haven't been to. Try and find some chests and stuff. Things that I haven't. Also don't think that I've maybe been all the way out to this side of this. Okay. Silly little shit. I think we need another tea. I think this is last tea. Oh. Hey, get up there. No permission. Let me in. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Alright, I've already been down in there, but I haven't been down in all these buildings over here. So let's just run through the main drag of town here. Stay away from that phase enemy. And find some vanadium crystals. I only need like 10 or 12 more, I think. I think it's only like 2 or 3 per piece. and we'll be good. We'll also probably still be here in 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. Sometimes my ability to aim just goes so bad. Okay. I need these chests to be real. I need crystals. Stop tricking me. I actually think there might be a chest over in that playground. Yeah, next to the big guy. Pop that balloon. Well, those come really fast. Not really a whole lot of dodging going on there. Freaking Eddie, man. Freaking Eddie. Before I go back over there and try that again, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Right, we back. I've been trying to get back to drinking more water. While it was cold, just wasn't drinking enough. It wasn't that I was drinking other stuff, I just wasn't drinking water as much as I should have been. It was causing a little bit of a problem. Did I just repair? Need some more of those, okay. Nearly autonomously said welcome back as though I was in Discord voice chat. That's funny. I mean, it does kind of feel that way, I guess. You know, because I don't use a face cam or anything. It is kind of like just being in a voice call with someone. I suppose. What did I want to make? Wanted to make leather. Wanted to make some scraps. So that I could repair my shiznit. Right. Let's throw out my Rosetta drone. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Hit it, drone. Hit it. See, we still got about 12 minutes until we can go back over there and try and get the stuffs. 3 more. Okay. At least that'll keep everything repaired. Maybe I won't insta-gib. Let's see about both of these. Both of these. Okay. Gonna wait until we can leave the game and come back here in a couple of minutes. Then we'll head back over there, reloot all that stuff, hopefully get some more vanadium crystals, and make the rest of my armor. Maybe actually get to do some PvP tomorrow. That'll be nice. It'll be real nice. We're sitting here waiting a little bit. I might go ahead and check out the Once Human Reddit, see if anything else has There is nothing interesting on the Reddit right now. Oh, light no fire. Please. Please, Hello Games. Give us some information about Light No Fire. I'm literally dying over here. A sea of no information. It's so sad. Updates have been real quiet recently. I thought they were pretty loud about the updates. At least, oh, you're talking about for Light No Fire. Yeah, I mean, we had like the one trailer a year and a couple of months ago, and there hasn't been squat since then. I'm so sad. I want that game so bad. I think that game will be right in line with my channel. We're gonna play the shiznit out of that game when it comes out. And I'll enjoy it even more than Once Human because I prefer fantasy games, personally. So I am pretty sure that this game is not going to go the same way as No Man's Sky, though. Because, A, they've implemented a lot of the stuff that they apparently plan to implement in Light No Fire in No Man's Sky already, to use No Man's Sky as kind of like a proving ground. Some of their tech. So they're obviously getting a lot more data than they did with No Man's Sky when nobody was able to play it. But also, the amount of effort that was put into No Man's Sky to turn it into a really great game instead of just abandoning it. I mean, I think that speaks not volumes about Hello Games. So I think, yeah, well, so it's not even that they're using it as a basic concept, it's that the engine and all of that stuff is the same. And so they're making improvements to the engine through No Man's Sky so that as they build on that engine again for the new game, they're just using straight up the same code. And so it's not even that it's a basis, it's that they literally went and tested it in No Man's Sky and know exactly how it's going to work. And now they can literally just copy paste it because the engine is the same, right? So I imagine that takes a significantly larger amount of work when it comes to updating No Man's Sky because you're going in and doing a lot of back end stuff to the engine as you push those updates out. But I think it's worth it. And I think it's going to end up paying huge dividends for them. I'm honestly kind of sad that I've never played No Man's Sky. I had a buddy who bought it when it first came out, and, I mean, it was total garbage. They totally trashed it. And I've seen, they've had lots of sales and stuff like that on the game over the years, and every time I see it, I think about picking it up, and then I never do. And I probably should have, but now we've got Light No Fire coming, so there's no point. I'll end up just abandoning No Man's Sky for Light No Fire, so. Goodness gracious, I'm gonna have fun playing that game. Already. Alright, like 2 more minutes. And we'll log out and back in, and yeah, it's on mine too. Sure, for sure. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Arcade Chronicles. I'm looking forward to the 1.0 release of Path of Exile 2. I'm kind of looking forward to Light of Motoram, which is going to kind of be a Horizon Zero Dawn survival game, MMO. See how it ends up coming out. Might be something interesting there. There's that new Crosswind game is coming out. I'm kind of interested in that. That pirate survival game. Bitcraft Online is coming out, and I kind of want to see a little bit about that too. So over the course of the next few years, quite a few games that are going to be interesting. Ashes of Creation. I'm excited to see that game finally release and see what it's like at release. I'm really happy about the fact that I'll know whether or not I want to play Ashes when it launches, because they're having, their open development cycle, and they're having, their alphas and betas are all public. And so there will be tons of information about exactly how the game plays when the game launches. So I'll know for certain on launch day whether or not I want to be playing that game, which is nice. I imagine the answer will be no, I don't want to play that game. Maybe. Suppose there's a possibility. Alright. Let's get logged out. Log right back in. We'll see about picking up our chests. Need my stuffs. For some reason, I got momentarily confused about how close I was to that settlement. Alright, it's nighttime. We gotta be careful of the big bads. I think I just realized something I didn't previously know. It looks like the mods on your armor don't work when your armor's broken. I was not aware of that. And it 100% explains why my damage has been garbage this whole time. And I feel like one of y'all should have told me. Oh no, it's one of those nerds. I hate the lunar spawns. I hate them. We might just be staying in base for a little while longer. Until the lunar thing is over. I don't want to be a wuss, but I need to be a wuss. Maybe we'll go. Let's go find some coneflowers, actually. I'm almost out of coneflower tea, and I need at least a couple more. I'm not going to play for too much longer, but I want to at least get my armor squared away before I quit today. We're having such a good stream. So many people are watching. Please pick coneflowers. There's one. So freaking hard to see, dude. So freaking hard to see. Go ahead and nuke these wolves again real quick. Ah, nerd. Get a little wolf skin so I can make my pieces. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are gone. The other dead wolf. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Okay. And for bed, I think. Thanks for the info and all the new stuff. Hopefully catch you on again soon. Yeah, absolutely, DJ. Thanks for stopping by, saying what's up and talking to me. This has been a really fun stream, and it's mostly because I got a chance to chit-chat with you, so. Hope you have a good sleep. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of the game. Feels like it did when it first started again. Yeah, I think a break helps, especially with new mechanics. Yeah. Breaks are important. Good night. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. I hate to go and leave this pretty sight. Bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. Ba-dum. So long, farewell, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. Oh no. These chests are still closed. I thought that I was going to be able to get all the chests again, but I might be very wrong. I might be about to be supremely disappointed. Up. I am supremely disappointed. Well, I don't really know where else to go for the tier 3 stuff right now, so I kind of just want to be able to come back to this place. That's not going to be a thing for at least another hour, maybe 2. So while I was going to continue playing for a little while, I think we might just call it right here. It was a little weird to have to break up the streaming session today into 2 parts because the game wanted to be stupid, work, or well, my internet wanted to be stupid and not work. But we still had a couple of really great streams, a lot of viewership today. Things went really, really well, and I had a lot of fun. And that is all down to you all. Ever since I've been back on Once Human, not that my viewers from other games weren't interesting to talk to, but you all have all been considerably more animated and very, very positive. And that makes me more positive and makes me have a lot more fun. And so I really appreciate that from all of you. And just the consistency with which you all watch my content is incredible. So I just cannot express my gratitude for that enough. We'll be back at the regular time again tomorrow. Probably try and go for a pretty long one because honestly, yesterday when I got off, I kind of got bored not being on stream. So we'll probably be trying to stream for a little bit longer. I may maybe take a 15-minute break or something in there just to kind of recharge my voice a little bit, charge my brain a little bit, because being on for more than about 6 or 7 hours is a little hard for me anymore. But I think if maybe I take 15 or so minutes and just, don't play, don't talk for a couple of minutes, then we could probably get through to it. So, yeah, I hope everybody has a great night, and I will see you all at the regular time tomorrow. Thanks a lot.